Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of JB Outdoors. Today I'm down here at the little cabin and assessing for some damage after some serious storms that we've had here in the Midwest. And I gotta say, I got really lucky this time. You guys look at this pine tree right here. Fell right into the mulberry tree near my cabin. So I know a lot of people have said that mulberry tree is definitely a hazard, but that is a very strong old tree that still has a lot of life left in it. So I hate to cut the thing down just because I felt like making my own presents. I've got another broken tree here. So yeah, this is close call. We actually had the winds coming out of the south, which that one fell to the north, so I didn't really feel like I had anything to worry about. But if you look around, a lot of these old pines are leaning. So there is going to be a day that I have to do some more cleanup back here. But today, since I know that I'm okay, brought down the shingles. So a lot of you probably don't know this, but I only tar papered the roof for the initial build, and then the weather got pretty nasty, so we weren't up doing any roofing. But tar paper is held on pretty good, but I do need to put a drip edge down. And let's step inside the cabin. I'll show you why. So this is my first time here in quite a while, probably about a month. So as you see, you can see where the water is. There's a leak for sure that's coming down the very edge of where there should be a drip edge, and there isn't one yet. So that's something that I'm going to correct today. I know some of you have pointed it out, and I appreciate it, but it's just a matter of being able to get down here and get my hands on this thing. So today we're going to correct that, put some shingles down on the roof, and then see what else we can get into. Got the drip edges installed along the outside. Definitely the problem area. So shingles going on next. These are lifetime shingles that I got. Won't have to deal with them again soon. So welcome to the roof for the first time with you guys. It's a beautiful view out there with the pond. Well, I hope y'all are enjoying watching me roof for the very first time in my life. It's actually pretty fun. I know some of you have probably done that for work and might not think the same thing, but this is the kind of stuff that gets me away from it. But I wanted to talk a little bit. I have actually started making my own first line of hats. So Richardson 112, my very favorite style hat. If any of you have a interest in something like that, I think I'm going to sell them for around $25 US plus shipping. So if you have interest in JB Outdoors logo on a leather patch, Richardson 112, probably going to have some different colors and whatnot available in the future. Email me at this email down below, jboutdoorsmore@gmail.com, and just kind of trying to figure out if there's interest in that or not. I know on my channel I'm still gaining some traction with my channel. Appreciate every one of you watching. Let's get back to roofing. I think that turned out amazing. I'm super happy to have gotten this done. I've been trying to beat the weather, but it seems like every weekend it's been just pouring down rain. So first time I've been here in a while, but it's definitely going to be better off now. A couple things that I need a little bit of advice for. I'm wondering about the flashing on the wood stove jack. I'm guessing that eventually rain will get up underneath this, so I'm thinking that's going to end up being tarred. But I guess comment down below. And then up here, I was going to put another layer of shingles, but this is the edge of the roof right here, so that's, I'm guessing, going to have to be capped off by a piece of flashing. So if you can comment if you know how to finish that off correctly. I'm all ears. I am learning still, but I'm out here by myself and I want to get this done correctly. So appreciate all of you, especially being super kind about leaving any comments. It's easy to call somebody stupid or ignorant, but appreciate you guys that are kind about it. And let's get down off the roof. I think I'm gonna start a fire inside and maybe start to dry that wall out that you can clearly tell got wet. So you can see where the wall is just saturated. This needs to be dried out. I might even have to pull this stuff out, which is okay. I've got more too, but the whole corner of that, all because I didn't have this drip edge. Just didn't think when I was doing it, but now it's legit. It's got a nice clean drip edge and everything outside is correct. Kind of bummed, and I figured it was gonna happen eventually, but you can tell even the moisture is getting to my stove, but it's to be expected. Here I'll start to burn some of that off. It's not like terribly cold, but it's super damp still. It's been raining for quite a while. Finally found a break in the rain. Probably around 40 degrees Fahrenheit today. Perfect working weather. But I'm gonna enjoy a little celebratory cold beer. About as cold as it's gonna be anyway, about 40 degrees. Get this fire going and dry this place out a little bit and just hang out today. I can't stay overnight today, but it's gonna be much nicer for this cabin. One thing I want to talk to you guys about too, what do I call this thing? Because obviously there's a lot of controversy around the fact that I'm calling it a cabin. So I know I asked it earlier in the video. If you missed it, think about it. And she shed, this is technically a deer camp cabin for me. The main purpose of this was to utilize it through the hunting season. I'm not hunting out of it. It's not considered a deer blind, but it is a couple acres away from my main hunting spot. But I usually try to stay out here about a week during gun season in here in Michigan. So with that being said, no running water. It's more considered like an off-grid situation, and I can run up to the house or home even if I have to, because it is pretty close to where I live. So in the event that I need a shower. So kind of like an overnight stay. Think about it. Off-grid, tiny cabin. Didn't apparently go too well with the rest of some of you folks on YouTube. So I can call it a shed, a he shed, a she shed, deer camp. Something else I need to do with this thing in a bad way, and as soon as it dries out some, I'm going to put this thing up on blocks. So we have a big skid steer here at the farm. I shouldn't say we, but my family here owns the farm and has a pretty big skid steer we can put forks on. and pick this thing up and put it up on blocks. So I had this thing leveled out, but it has sunk down just because when I built this initially, it was in the middle of winter and the ground was frozen. So now I'm learning, you know, what it takes to get the thing leveled off. Nice drip edge on this side too. And just need to, at some point, put the fascia and soffit on this front wall. The back wall, somebody actually recommended that I extend it. It'll take a little bit more clearing on this side, but I actually am thinking of doing that, so I'll take that advice and extend it maybe another 6 to 8 feet out, and then build a like lean-to style thing. So if I do come up here with the four-wheeler and it's raining, I'll at least be able to pull it right in out of the rain, and then have a stack of wood here along the cabin here that can be nearby. Some other future plans here towards the front of the cabin shed. I want to extend this out too and build a porch. So originally I wanted to build this to make it to where it's completely mobile, take it off the property. I've since changed my mind about that. I've gotten really comfortable with my capabilities, and I think I want to build another one someday. So I think that will give me the opportunity, if I do buy a piece of property somewhere, to build another one. So I'm using this as a learning experience. So with this one, I'll get all the bugs out of the way, figure out what I really like and what I don't like, and figure out how to do everything right the next time. Well, I appreciate y'all sticking with me. I know it's been about a month since I posted last. I have been pretty busy with work and traveling quite a bit. So I think in the last 4 weeks, I've been living out of hotels for work about 3 weeks. But it is absolutely great to get out here to the cabin and get to talk to you guys again. So again, these hats, $25 is my introductory rate. So if you guys want these, just make sure to email that jboutdoorsmore@gmail.com. And just kind of collecting interest. If you do like it, make sure to add your shipping address and whatnot. And then I believe I'll just stick to using PayPal for a form of payment, which I'll post all that stuff down below as well. But appreciate any interest out of this kind of stuff. If not, you guys just watching the video is help enough. And I can't say how much I appreciate each and every one of you being here. But I think that's it for today. I'm just gonna sit here and babysit this fire and just enjoy being out here. So again, I'm Justin with JB Outdoors. Remember to spend more time outdoors. See y'all on the next video.